Um, what's up, guys? I just kind of want to talk to you guys. Whole thing. I kind of just what I think. This is only my opinion. No one else. It's just my opinion. What I believe, like what God is and who God is. This has nothing to do with anybody, or I'm not gonna say some random leader of the world. Nothing like that. This is just my opinion of how I perceive it. Okay, to get started. Okay, what God is. Me, I believe God. I believe God is out there. I believe God is totally out there, and I also believe that God dwells inside of us at the same time, or we have a sense of being God. Kind of, it's kind of like you've been working on something for 3 months, or like working something really hard night and day over 3 months. That thing becomes a part of you, or becomes a child of yours. You feel that you have to protect it no matter what. It's kind of like a child, kind of. Basically, you have a child, and if someone hurts it or tries to touch it or anything like that, you get defenses over it because you feel for it that you're created. But when you see whenever you see that child grow up and the finished project, or the finished thing, you're the happier, sad about it. But when it turns out to be good, you feel that moment in you where you say, "I did a good job. That's mine. That's just what I did." See, it, to me, that feeling that you get when a finished project turns out way better than what you expected to be, I think I call that somewhat the God feeling or the God emotion or something like that. I mean, I believe God is real, but I also believe that we shouldn't depend on God for everything, or we shouldn't depend on Him to do everything. I don't think He does everything. I think He wants us to do something for ourselves. Something like you getting up every night for that 3 month project, doing this, doing that. You may go to church, God, let this work out. God, let this do this. But at the end of the thing, you will always say, yes, I did it. You say, yes, I did it. And then you rephrase yourself and say, yes, no, me and God did it. Well, don't you think you did something in there too? I mean, did God make you get up and drink that coffee at 4 o'clock in the morning? Did God make you, did God tell you stop procrastinating, go do your stuff? Or did you tell yourself that? Because if you didn't stop procrastinating, would you be at the same place you were? No. So overall, I think that whole thing is that I believe God's inside of you, but He's also watching over you at the same time. And also, I believe that how people can manipulate and change God into this like a monster, but in sheep's clothing kind of thing. I kind of don't like that. How they say he can destroy this, he can do whatever he wants. He can destroy you if he wants to and blink of an eye. Well, something like that. But he's nice, he's cool and everything. But just don't get on his bad side kind of thing. I mean, I think that dictates someone's life, dictates when someone's having fun. This like everything about a person's life. So what I do think is that God overall, He is the master of everything. He created everything. I believe in that. I'm not necessarily atheist. I don't really know what to believe at all. I mean, I believe in God, but I think Christianity is such a twisted religion that it's been changed over the years by many different people, that they put in the Bible whatever other people, whatever they thought should have been right or should have been changed, kind of thing. But I mean, as they say, every great country has their fall. But I'm saying, like, only reason a country could ever come to a fall, like so soon, like very soon, like maybe 200, 300 years, is how long a country would last. Maybe like maybe even 500, 600 years. That's a short period for a country to last that long. That's a very short period. Not 500, 600, 300, 400 years. That's a short period for country to last. And so you would, like, what I think what causes the main falling of a country is a revolution. What causes revolution? Things that don't seem right to the society because what they've been morally taught. And what have they been morally taught is from their parents. And what their parents been taught from is from religion. And when religion has this straight path in your own country, decides to go against that and put in everything that's the bad with it, and even if they don't make it happen, but they don't try to stop and change it. That's what causes people to revolt, to cause a great revolution and want to stop everything from happening. I think that's really why people want to start a revolution, and really because I think religion is the main cause for revolution. And I'm not saying revolution. I'm not saying religion nor revolution is bad. I'm saying that whenever you speak right but act wrong, everyone else sees that around you. Everyone else sees you speaking right, but you're not acting right, kind of thing. Like America's turning. Basically, what I described was basically how America's turning into that right this day. Because the Bible says, "In God we trust." Yet America allows sex, drugs, gambling, gluttony, all of the 10 Commandments that God said not to, and America's doing. Why? Because they don't care. I guess America's main plan is to keep the people oblivious to what they're doing. I mean, to keep people oblivious to what America is doing. No one really knows what America is doing. Not yet, because they don't know. Because they know, because they've been told plenty of times. But is that they automatically think it's wrong. Anything against America is wrong. And that's plenty of Americans. What do you think of Muslims? Of course, terrorists, mean people, 9/11, stuff like that. What? That's not what Muslims are. Muslims don't do that. That's what they think. Because that's what America's been taught. America's teaching people to forget about your culture and learn my culture. Because I don't care about your culture. I want you to learn my stuff. Because my stuff is better. That's what they say. But in reality, Americans are stupid. When I say stupid, I mean stupid. They'll believe anything anybody will say. I mean not anybody, but like anybody that's part of America. To get maybe the president of Iraq to do something for America, everybody will be sketchy about that. What is this about? What is that about? We don't want to be friends with you, with Iranian people. You know what I'm saying? It's like America's is a giant monster. We all know it's a monster. We all see that. As much as we want to stop and look around and say, this isn't right, or this is wrong, you don't want to seem out of place because you know what's happening, but it's what you've been taught and what everybody's been taught. Like, subconsciously, that's what you've been taught. It's like, just go with the flow, basically. That's what you really want. But it takes these few people to stand up and say, hey, that's wrong. And then all of a sudden it causes an uproar with people to say, hey, that really is wrong. So they don't feel out of place. We just need those few people to come out and just say what they need to say and do what they need to do to cause these other people to say it's okay to come up, it's okay to do this. Those few brave people are some of our greatest people that we need in this country to help this country understand what we need and what we want. Because overall, the American government doesn't give a crap about the people. They seriously don't. They may say the power's in your hands, and the power's in your hands, but those powers in your hands actually fail. They don't care, really. Because if you say no to it in the public, they'll do it in the private. I mean, America does so many things so secretly. So many things secretly. You don't even know. The government won't even like give us something like this, give us its files and notes and tell us what they're doing. Because what they're doing has become so much of a giant lie. If they said one thing, they would have to say another thing. Because if you did say the other thing, this thing will become completely stupid and irrelevant. So overall, it would be kind of contradicting themselves, kind of thing. Overall, it would be basically unraveling the whole story behind we became us or how we became us. Because there's one God, one nation, one state. But for us Americans, we are neither. We are none. In reality, America senses her fall. Trust me, she senses her fall. That's why she wants us to bring her gold and bring her buy and sell gold here, buy and sell gold here, buy and sell gold here. Why would you sell why would you sell metal for a piece of paper? That's stupid on your part. Very stupid. Why would you go to class every day hoping to learn the truth when you know it's a false? I'm not saying it's bad to go to school. Go to school every day if you have to. But make sure you do that extra credit. If you really want to know the truth, do the extra credit. Look up online. Look up on everything that you hear, see, because what you hear and see is completely lie. And trust me, the ignorant will never understand the truth because the ignorant have been taught in the wrong. And I'm saying this. All books have half truth. By me saying it, you guys may not get that saying, but I'm saying by all books, I'm meaning all people's minds have half truth because it's coming from one side. When I'm saying you should look at both sides and read and compare them together and see, pick out the truth and pick out what makes sense and everything to get the full truth. Because I'm telling you, sooner or later, America's going to be telling you slavery didn't happen. And we all know that's a damn lie. I'm surprised by our black people today that we don't want to learn about black history, how we're fighting to be white. Why would you want to be something that kept you enslaved for so long, for 400 years? Why would you want to be something that basically made you what you are today, which is basically a monster? That's how black people act, like monsters, like a child. Black people have not matured at all. When indeed that is what we need to do. But we're scared to do it for some reason. We're scared to step up. But we don't want to step up. We like where we are. Why do you like where you are? You blame it on the white man. I blame it on you. That white guy left us alone a while back. Well, he's still on us, but he left us a little bit. He let us go a little bit. He let the chain loose a little bit for us to go. You didn't take that advantage. You're not going to take that advantage. So you have someone on your ass. So you have someone with the freaking AK rocket launcher on your ass. I don't understand why black people don't want to stand up and do this themselves. That's what I don't understand. I just want our black people to stand up for what's right and what they know is right. Because I know that if black people did ever step up, become great, become actually educated people, we would be a great people and be able to run America better than what today is. One thing you cannot deny is that when black people get into education, they go as far as they can in education. And they don't stop. They surpass anybody that's in them, that's around them. I'm telling you that. You know that you can look that stuff up. When black people get into education, they don't stop where they're at. They go further and further and further till some white guy gets mad and says, I don't like this nigga. Let's take that nigga out. What do you do? I'm not saying anything. I'm not trying to sound racist. I'm just trying to say what is the truth and what's not the truth. Because I know I can't really, whatever. I mean, because many things come off to people as racist, or as, I forgot the word, or as, whatever the word is, I forgot it. I just don't want to see our black people being reversed back into slavery. Not physically, but mentally, you know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, but that's really it. That's it, though. Alright, that's it. Peace. Oh, yeah, like, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Ken A. Miller. That's capital K, capital N, capital M. Of the whole thing. That's it.